is it me you're looking for?
Yes, it is.
Oh, good. Because follow us on socials. We're on Instagram as The Original Midlifers, also on Facebook and TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have a channel on YouTube where you can watch us with our special show. Mez includes gifs and stuff.
I do include
visuals.
And if you are listening on Spotify or wherever you're listening from, and you're not following us, please press the follow button so you don't miss out any new episodes.
If you've got a little bit of time, give us some 5 stars because that helps us as well. That'd be great. Cheers. Let's go.
Not happy, Jan!
Wax on, wax off.
Cigarettes.
Excellent.
Hello and welcome, Midlifers. We are your hosts, Fonz
And Mez.
and this is our weekly podcast where it's not self-help, but more help yourself to a smorgasbord of nostalgia, laughs, and a deep dive into the past.
Welcome, listeners. This week we're starting off with Don't Be a Dick at the Movies. Do you remember 90's Supermodels? So iconic. And Besties, what are the best remakes, as in like movies and songs where the remake is actually better than the original?
So let's jump in.
Yeehaw!
Got a pain in your back
That stops you in your tracks.
when you think your outfit's gold.
But your kid just thinks you're old.
It's a midlife moment. Mez, I have a midlife moment.
Okay.
And it relates to our episode where we did a Who Did It Better battle of Oasis and InXS.
Okay, yeah.
I have been waiting to get Oasis tickets. They went on sale and I didn't apply. Forgot. I forgot to get the tickets.
After all that, because you had to go into...
I did the ballot.
Ballot to go
Obviously
into-
didn't get through. And it was until people were posting it on stories on Facebook. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to get Oasis tickets. And so luckily they're releasing a third show.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to try apply for that, but I can't believe I forgot. I can't believe it.
That is a midlife moment
Yeah.
thing. And it's funny, yeah, your head can go one way, like, yeah, we're ready, and then you just get distracted by life. Then it's like, oh,
Yes.
shit.
I forgot that. So there you go.
So you look like a dick to me, so everybody just listen to me. This is how not to be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
At the movies,
Yes.
is the continuation of that sentence. What are the things that people do at the movies that just pee you off and turn people into dicks?
Okay. I'm going to start with arriving on time. Be punctual to the movie.
Does this get you goat, does it?
Well, when people, like, you're starting to get into it, your snacks are all open and someone walks in front of you. It's like, come
Yeah,
on.
you have plenty of time.
Look, I understand life happens and you might run late, but just try to be punctual for the movie. Please.
So it's fun to get pissed off. In saying that, though, it would be hard to be late for movies because they have the 15 minutes or 20 minutes of previews and what have you. So, and I actually sometimes, will time it so I only get the last 5 minutes of the previews. So there shouldn't be any reason to be late.
Yeah.
Tusk. I'm going on those lines. I'm going to say don't be a dick to the cinemas because they used to always just play the previews, which I actually did enjoy because to see what's coming up.
Yes.
Now it's like 2 previews and 10 minutes of commercials and then the commercials that you see on TV. And it's so annoying. It's like if I want to watch commercials, I've got it on my free tier TV.
Oh, my God.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I haven't been to the movies in ages.
That's what they do. It's probably 15 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes. And they'll have 2 previews, but they'll separate them. So I'll do one preview. So I think, cool, time for previews. No, they'll go to commercials and then they'll come back to another preview.
Yeah. So times have changed with Val Morgan, hasn't it?
Val Morgan Cinema.
And Dolby Digital Sound.
I think they still have that Dolby thing. Like, do we still need to be showing that? We know it's all Dolby. Okay.
Dolby needs its advertising. Turn off your phone
Oh, yes.
in the movie theatre. Don't need to hear a ding if you have a notification or a message. Put on silent.
You'd think by now people know that because even like things like church and what have you, they
Mez.
still have people phones
Someone
ringing.
left their phone on in a funeral I attended.
Oh, bad.
And he was an
bad.
older gentleman and I had to help him with turning
Turn
it
her
off.
Who's ringing him at that time of the day?
Don't know, the old people's home. I don't know. But yeah, just turn it off.
Yes.
You can turn off or put it on silent.
Not
Yeah.
hard. Not hard. Rappers, crunching, munching.
Is
Or-
there a time to open the food?
I think you got to pick your moments. Like if you think of the choc top, I would do it because I usually like to wait for the choc top until the movie starts.
Yeah.
As soon as the lights go down, use that opportunity before the movie starts. Otherwise, or if it's action movie, do it during the loud scenes. Don't do it when it's all quiet and they're having deep and meaningful things. Just hear, yeah, stop it. Take me out of my zone.
I love you. I just want to say, control your urges with getting it on. More teenagers.
Yeah,
I think people are actually like, I actually want to watch a movie now. But, you know, if you're going to get it on, don't do it in front of me going,
Forgot that slurping sound.
yeah.
I've never done it in the movies, but I went on a double date and all they did was just kiss and do hickeys and all that sort of stuff. It's very, very slurpy, yeah.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. Don't do an Alanis Morissette.
Oh, yes.
Have you ever shushed anyone at the movies?
Oh, great question. I'm sure, I think I did. It was probably my mum. But nothing pops to mind.
Because I've had to. And yeah, so obviously don't be a dick and talk at the movie during the movies. And I've had to shush people. But I think it's like the cinema's only half full. It's like a group of maybe 3 teenage friends and they're giggling. And but they're a bit younger, like maybe 13 or 14. So, you know, when you think you're having fun, but you don't really realize. And then I shush them. Everyone's like, yeah, shush.
Yeah.
And then they shut up the whole rest of the movies. So I didn't get any clap back.
I was going to say, like, there's nothing like the camaraderie of your fellow moviegoers when they join in on your shushing.
Yeah.
Love
So if I was
that.
just on my own, they probably could have just, you know.
I have been involved in a group shush.
Okay.
So, I don't know, someone was talking during a movie and one person shushed and I was like, can you be quiet? I'm like, yeah, you know, everyone joined in.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's good. You need that
you
group.
need your fellow old people joining you in your army.
Hush the teens.
What about don't bring smelly food? So you know how people bring food from home?
Yeah.
If you bring, I don't know, a tuna salad or something, don't bring something smelly.
Who's bringing tuna salad to a cinema?
I don't know. But I remember having the discussion or the topic pop up about smelly food in a movie. Don't bring it.
I've never experienced that.
Yeah.
I've only had people bring like their own popcorn or candy or whatever.
Which
but,
is what we support. Like,
yeah,
bring your
for
own-
sure. It's so expensive.
Have you ever smuggled it in?
Yeah, but not so much anymore because we rarely go. I just take it as a whole experience and I'll buy the $50 popcorn or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that ushers and stuff don't care. Yeah,
No,
it's
they're
you
only
make-
15,
Yeah,
for
you
God's
make this
sake.
whole big thing of, oh my God, I've got this contraband, but they don't care. So, they don't care. Don't be a dick and pay attention to the storyline. Have you ever go with someone, it's usually a particular person that you're having in your life that just don't quite know what's going on, or they'll be fussing about their popcorn. They'll be like, oh, what just happened there? It's like, well,
watch
pay
it.
attention. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
here
that
paying
annoys me.
a hefty amount to be here, so just pay attention, stop asking questions. It takes me out of it too. This happened to me actually recently. The last one that I have is don't be a dick. And if you have reserved to watch a movie with someone, like I wanted to watch the Inside Out 2 with my daughter because I watched my eldest because I watched the first one with her. And she says, yes, we'll watch it together. And then she said, oh, I'm coming out with my friend today. I'm going to watch it. I'm like, oh, okay. She goes, I'll still watch it with you. I'm like, cool. So she watched it with her friend. And then she went again to watch it with her cousin. So she didn't end up
You
going
got
with me.
ditched.
I did get dicked. I'm like, oh, I understand. You know, she would rather go watch movies with her friend. But it's like the one thing I really wanted. But anyway, but you know, sometimes you might reserve and say, because I really know that the whole experience is going to be so much fun with you. So let's watch it together. Yeah. And then they go and watch it with someone else. It's like,
It's such a typical teenage thing to do to their mums. So.
It is, yeah. But
Shame on you.
I know. I'll forgive her. But yeah, if my partner did that. Same as TV shows. I don't know if you ever do that. It's the same sort of vein. It's like we're going to watch it. We're going to watch the episodes together.
We, as I've said previously, watch YouTube together and we follow a travel vlogger called Bald and Bankrupt. It's our thing.
Yeah.
And when we were in Italy, he watched it with my dad without me.
Oh, no.
And I was so hurt. And it was the last episode he said he was going to film. He's filmed many more now.
Okay.
But I was like, you watched it without me?
Yeah.
The betrayal.
It is
Like,
a betrayal.
how could you? And even though
Yeah.
it was with my dad, I felt so betrayed because that was our thing.
Yes.
Ugh.
It's weird because if you look at it, it's just like, it's it's just a movie or it's just a TV show, but it really,
It's our routine
Yes, it
and our
gets you.
habit. Yeah.
yes. Don't be a dick. If you reserve, you wait. You
Correct.
wait. Or don't tell your partner that you watched it.
Oh, yeah. If you stay on a down low, it's fine.
Do you remember?
90s supermodels. Miz, who do you think of when I say the top 5 supermodels of the 90s?
Oh, 5. Because I've got a list as I started doing them. Okay. Who would be the top? Linda Evangelista.
Yes.
Cindy Crawford.
Yep.
Naomi Campbell.
Yep.
So maybe I think the other two are either Helena Christensen
No, I
or
didn't
Claudia
have her.
Schiffer.
Claudia Schiffer.
Yeah.
And also
Christy Turlington.
Christy Turlington.
Yeah.
And they all had their, what's the word? Specialty. So Cindy Crawford.
Girl Next Door.
Oh, and her signature
Mole mole.
birthmark, beauty spot.
It's not like Austin Powers more. No, it's very hot.
I used to have a beauty spot here,
Ah.
and I went to get it cut out, and the doctor said, "Don't get it cut out because you're like Cindy Crawford." I'm like, "Oh," but I had to get 10 cancers. I had to get it cut out. Oh God, that was so dark. Naomi Campbell. Now she, I think, has had to really fight through adversity, as often she's the only black model on the runway, and she rose above. And I thought, she's gorgeous and she's strong.
Going
Little
on
bit
that,
cray-cray.
she's a cray-cray, which we'll get to. But with her, because I was reading about her, and she was known for her moves because she used to be a dancer. So the way she walked the catwalk was like no other. But in the fighting for adversity, because yes, there weren't as many black models at the time, that the other top models at the time would say, we're not going to do the show unless she's in it. So they actually fought for her, and she was the first black model on Vogue, I think. Vogue cover.
Really?
So yeah,
So
really
she's
breaking down barriers.
Such a trailblazer,
Yeah.
and she really should be honoured for her strengths.
Yes.
Christy Turlington, she had that look that made everything look expensive.
Yeah.
She could wear Anko and it would look like Zimmerman. But she
I
had
think
she
we
was
do
lucky.
the opposite. We'd wear Prada and make it look like bloody Timu. Anyway.
Linda Evangelista, she was the fashion and hair chameleon.
I
She
did
would
get chameleon, yep.
Yeah, she would often change from a red crop pixie to a long black hair, and everything suited her.
I loved her eyes. She had these like fox cat-like eyes.
Yes,
Beautiful.
she's stunning. And then there's Claudia Schiffer. She was known as the blonde bombshell, also holding a record for the model on being on the most magazine covers.
Ah, really? Because I feel like I remember her, like, if I thought of the 90s supermodels, she was sort of there, but like near the bottom. I don't remember her.
See, I liked her look. I wished I was blonde and gorgeous, but you know, obviously didn't happen.
But still holding it hope.
Not gonna happen. But yeah, she German, a beautiful German.
Oh, yes.
Bombshell.
Beautiful German, yes. Yeah. Hot. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Like they were not normal.
No.
In the fact of how beautiful they are and were.
And were. Still
So
are.
gorgeous now.
I was trying to, because I think they were they the original supermodels, and what made them, like, why were they so iconic and so big? Well, I was having a look into it, and I think what you said, they all had their own thing that they brought to the table.
Yeah.
They all came to their peak at the same time. And it's the first time that sort of models became like a global sensation. So there's all 5, 6 of them at the same time. So for my research that I did last night, the whole half hour of it, and coincide with fashion photographers, the best in the world, working with the magazines, and they only wanted to shoot the best, which was them. So I think if you have the magazines, the fashion, the iconic women all at the same time, I think it just all happened. It was just all magical at the same time.
It was
and the
destiny.
covers were all just them.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning. And but also they got into the Pepsi ads.
I remember the Pepsi ads.
Sorry, what's her name? Cindy Crawford did the Pepsi ad.
That would work. Yeah.
But I don't know so much about Linda Evangelista. I think she was more, for me, she was more the European style of model.
Do you remember her famous quote?
No. Oh, yes. But you say it.
I will never get out of bed for less than $10,000.
That's right.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
It's like our kids. She didn't have kids picking her in the middle of the night, having to get out of bed.
I get out of bed for 10 Legos.
No.
That's I've got 10 Wheat Bix. But they were really a pop culture icon.
Yeah. George Michael film clip Freedom. Yes, how iconic was that? Freedom.
Because it had who did they have all 5 of them in it? I know it had Linda Evangelista.
Linda, I'm sure it's Naomi Campbell and Christy Turlington. I'm not sure who else.
I don't think Cindy was in there.
Yeah, maybe
from
not.
memory. But I remember that film clip like gorgeous.
That was 90s, like the 1990s.
Yeah, it was 90s.
Yeah.
That
That film clip itself was just encapsulated everything we're talking about here. How huge they were. Naomi Campbell going back to her craziness because I think she's a bit of a diva.
Yeah.
From what I heard, she
threw a phone
at her assistant and got charged for assault or what have you.
She just doesn't care.
Nah.
And
I think if you're that gorgeous and that,
why would you care?
Why would you care? Throwing phones at everyone. Anyone pisses you off fast. Yeah.
What about the Linda Evangelista scandal?
About the puffy face?
Yeah, about she sued Cool Sculpting.
Okay.
So it's a fat freezing thing. She sued the Cool Sculpting parent company for $50 million in damages because it wrecked her whole look. Her whole look was her look. And now it's made her fat cells grow.
So see if she's got like a puffy face now, whatever.
Yeah.
But not in a good way.
Yeah. She suffered the adverse side effects, unfortunately, it would be devastating because if that's all you're known for and all you know.
Yeah.
And to have the absolute opposite thrown at you, it would damage you so much.
Yeah, it would.
Make you force you to get intellectual, wouldn't it?
It's like
that's what we've had to do. Oh, not so much you, because you've always been the pretty friend, the gorgeous friend. I've had to rely on comedy, my trivia knowledge, and then when my looks kicked in, then I was all right, the whole package. And that's what Linda Evangelista has to do now.
She's going to pivot. Pivot, Linda. Oh, I just want to throw this one.
Yep.
Helena Christensen.
Oh, yes.
Because she dated Michael Hutchins. We've talked about previously in Oasis vs. In Excess. Stunning couple. Like she was just,
she was beautiful.
She was beautiful. And I think she was always, I don't know, very demure. It's like she just seems like a quiet, humble person.
Nothing out there.
No, nothing outlandish.
Doesn't she have a son as well from memory? But I always remember her with the bright, beautiful blue eyes and a red lip.
Well, with her, the iconic image that always comes to me, which we did in the carousel recently, was in the Wicked Games film clip with Chris Isaac. Yeah. That's in black and white, but it's her, and often there's a lot of shots of just her looking.
I didn't know that was her.
That was her. She's beautiful. The eyes. It's all about
do you want to hear something funny?
I
just remembered.
Yeah.
I used to. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
Chris Isaac? No?
This is so embarrassing. I used to carry her baby photo in my wallet.
Her baby photo?
Because she was such a beautiful baby. I was like 14, 15.
Why?
Because she was so cute.
Did you think pretend it's your photo or pretend it's your baby?
Look how cute she was.
To random people.
No, to people I hang out with. I'm closing my eyes because I'm so embarrassed by this.
Some people, you never did it to me, so I must have missed out on this experience. You just having a conversation and just pull out this picture of this photo of Helen Christensen. Look how cute she was.
I should find it.
Was it in the magazine or something?
Yeah, and I cut it.
That's so random.
The weird things that teenagers do. And this is why I also was never a supermodel, because I was just weird.
I'm glad I know that about you.
And look, let's just keep that between you, me, and the midlifers. Besties. Okay, so Mez, so earlier in the intro, you did say we are going to talk about our besties.
Mm-hmm.
Remakes.
Yes.
Movies, music. I struggled with movies.
Okay.
Can I tell you what I've discovered about myself?
Yes.
I will not watch a remake of a movie.
you might not have realised it's a remake. That's the thing. Some of the movies I found were remakes, and there's one I guaranteed you would not have known as remake, and you love it.
Oh.
It's a classic, Scarface. That is actually a remake. Yes.
No.
Yes, it is a remake.
First you'll get the power. No. First you get the women, then you get the money, and then you get the power.
I want to say hello to my little friend. See? It's a remake from a 1932 movie. Who would have watched the original? Probably no one. But it was
Probably was silent cinema.
Maybe it's Charlie Chaplin or something. I don't know. But yes.
Wow.
'Cause I went on a bit of a Google trip because there was a few that I knew, and then started listing great remakes, and some of them I didn't know that were remakes because wouldn't have seen the original.
Well, you're starting to make me eat my hat.
Yes. Eat a hat.
Yeah, like eat my hat. Well, I said I would never watch a remake, and here I am watching. I've watched
I didn't know
Scarface.
that was a phrase. I thought eat my words.
No, eat my hat. Did you know Dave Hughes on morning radio? He had to, like, the figurative phrase was eat my hat, and he had to literally eat a bit of his beanie. The bet was, like, if he got it wrong, he had to eat his beanie. And I remember hearing him and Kate Langbrook, and he was eating a bit of woolly beanie.
Oh, that would have... It's probably still in his digestive system. All right. Okay. Which one? Well, have you got any that you know?
I've talked about music.
Okay. All right. Let me go. Do you want me to do
You do movies?
Yeah. Okay. A recent one, which actually been remade 4 times, is A Star Is Born.
Yes.
With Bradley Cooper and what's her name?
Lady Gaga.
So the one before that was in the 70s with Barbara Streisand. There's the 1954 one with Judy Garland. There's the original one in 1937. I don't know who was in that one. So I can't say that this recent one with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga is better than any of the others because I haven't watched them. But
Same.
do I love it? Yes. And I feel like, I was going to go into the end, but I'll just say my feeling is with remakes, if there's a long enough period between them that it introduces them to a new audience with a bit of a modern twist or modern feel, then yes, they often do.
I agree on that. That's very insightful.
Thank you. I'll just give you another quick one. Is Ocean's 11 with Bradley Pitt and George George Clooney. I never said Bradley Pitt. Bradley Pitt. Sit down, Bradley. Brad Pitt and George Clooney. We're falling apart at the seams.
Remake it.
I'm throwing by your Melanie Christensen's story. All right. Brad Pitt and George Clooney.
Very well done.
Yes, so that was in the 60s, I think, with the Rat Pack of Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. So I've never watched that, but I think that would have done well. But again, long enough period of time, it's like the next generation pretty much. Hot stars, a modern sort of feel to it. So it did really well.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
See, the reason why I said at the start was I only watched the original because I never watched those originals.
Yes, yeah. I suppose if you have watched the originals and you love it, it'd be hard to watch the remakes.
Well, would you consider a book to a movie a remake?
Adaptation.
Ooh, good word.
Yes, adaptation.
Maybe they'll say that for another episode.
Yes, because there are good ones and failures.
Shockers.
Failures, yeah.
Shockers.
All right, go some of your songs.
All right, songs. Little Help from My Friends by the Beatles.
Yep.
Joe Cocker covering it.
Yeah.
And was it the Wonder Years theme song?
Yeah.
Help from my friends. Yes.
Joe Cocker impersonation.
But what about, would you say I Will Always Love You? Dolly
Whitney?
Parton wrote it. I don't know if she sung it.
She did, because I played it in the movie. In the movie that's in the background of the Dolly Parton. Yeah.
What movie?
In Bodyguard.
They played Dolly Parton.
Yes. What happened? When Whitney, I don't know, I can't remember the character, goes out with
Kevin
Costner on the date. They go to a bar and they have a little dance, and in the background is Dolly Parton singing "I Will Always Love You."
Oh my god!
Yeah, her version, and then
Well, do you like Whitney's version or Dolly's version? Yeah, so the remake was better,
Remake
and
was
Dolly knew that.
fantastic.
That's why she let her take.
Yes, but
their thing.
just going on that Bodyguard. I remember your house. Was it 1990 thereabouts? Your dad brought home the CD. He put it on blast on repeat many, many times.
Over and over.
Vince, that song is ingrained into my core memory.
That memory.
Because of you.
He went into the study, the spare room, and on the speakers, and he would just play it over. So he must have really loved it.
Yeah.
That's good for you.
Yeah, it's a great song. It is.
Eric Clapton, I Shot the Sheriff, was originally done by Bob Marley.
Okay, yeah.
And so I love Eric Clapton. He's like, it was such a 90s thing for me.
Yeah.
Because he released, I don't know if it was an acoustic album, a best album in the late 90s, but he had that real soulful voice. So, yeah. But Mez, what about Alien Ant Farm? Smooth Criminal.
Yes.
And we did Who Did It Better, Michael Jackson or Alien Ant Farm?
We chose Alien Ant Farm because we loved it.
Well, there you go, the remake one.
Yeah.
They can win.
They can
do better.
But the important thing of it is that it's a different take, and obviously with Alien Ant Farm, they had the grungier sort of rock side to it, which is fantastic.
Also, can I just do one more?
Yes.
Marilyn Manson doing Tainted Love, which was originally done by Soft Cell. I love that.
That was a
when he
great
did
one.
Sweet Dreams,
Sweet.
originally by the
Yes,
Eurythmics.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was great.
I had another one too. Oh, yeah. Somewhere Over the Rainbow. They did that Hawaiian version.
Yeah.
Somewhere
With the ukulele.
over the- Yeah, it's so beautiful. Completely different feel. It has a different feel to it.
So we've got a very funeral feel.
No, for me, it's not a. I don't know. It's just a reflective one.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it that way. Now you've.
Yeah, they played at funerals.
I didn't know it was a funeral one.
The remake for the funeral.
No, it didn't just do it for funerals. I don't know. Now
I've just gone real pathos here. I'm sorry.
I've got two more songs for you.
Go on.
Okay, this one apparently is the most remade song ever. Is Leonard Cohen's "Hallelujah."
Yes.
There's so many. There's actually, a lot of the different versions are good.
But I used to think I was so sorry to interrupt. I'm so sorry. But I used to think I was so intellectual by listening to Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah.
It was big and
It was beautiful.
it was beautiful. So that one stands out to me. But then I was actually listening to the other versions, and they're all good because it's such a great song.
That's right.
An odd one that just pops out in my head from the 90s.
Yeah.
UB40. I Can't Help Falling in Love with You.
Oh my gosh, of course.
It's just a different vibe. Actually, both versions I really like.
Yeah.
A different feel.
They
Different vibe.
really brought that reggae
Yes.
vibe to it.
Yeah.
Reggae with the ginger.
What's
That's
the
the
name?
one. Ginger. The lead singer was Ginger, wasn't he?
Because the film was black and white, I know.
Oh, no, he was. It wasn't the lead. Was the lead singer of UB40 a Ginger? Please get back to us.
We'll find out.
But look, I do love a remake. Even Bananarama's Venus. That was originally a song from the 60s. And they made it their own.
Wow. From the Gillette ad. I'm your Venus.
Yeah, well, Gillette remade it.
Yeah, there you go. And recently, Luke Combs, Fast Car, Tracy Chapman one.
Oh.
You got a fast car. No, to get anywhere.
Yeah, okay.
So the ones that I don't like that it remakes, there was one in the 2000s, in a remake of John Henley's I Can See You, Brown Skin Shining.
Oh, yeah.
Girls of Summer?
Boys of Summer.
Boys of Summer. Yeah, Girls of Summer. Anyway, there's a band that remade it, Aussie band that redid it in the 2000s.
Yes.
It sounded exactly the same. It was just a bit more
You
guitar.
got to add your flair to it.
So there's no point. And again, I understand, okay, thinking releasing it to the next generation. But if it sounds exactly the same, it ain't going to do.
You got to put your spin to it and you got to love it. I think it comes from a place of either you love it or you got the real feel for it.
Yes.
And that's what makes it good.
Yeah. Can I give you a bad movie one?
Go on.
The Lion King.
I refuse to watch it.
It was crap. You know why? Because it offered nothing new. It was literally almost every single shot was just a digital remake of the cartoon one. We saw it at the cinemas. I was bored. My kids haven't talked about it ever. It was just, there was no point to it.
Going back to our childhood, how many times did you see The Lion King in the movies when it was a cartoon?
I saw it a lot.
Yeah, I know.
I know it all. I know all the words.
I remember you'd always, like once a week, I went and saw The Lion King. I went and saw bloody Nora.
Yeah, it was like opening up this Pandora's box of like musical.
It was a circle of life.
It was the circle. Sorry. But all the songs I could sing. So it was really disappointing. But so that's for me. But even my kids found nothing from it because like the digital side, it took away the essence of it. It lost its magic.
Yeah.
And they had all the big stars. Like they had Beyonce.
Beyonce.
I can't, Seth Rogen, I think, was Pumbaa.
Oh, that's right.
But anyway, so they would have paid a hell of a lot of money. And so why?
So this is the thing, like when they remade The Karate Kid with Will Smith's son, Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch it. I don't want to watch it. I want my kids to see Daniel LaRusso. No, what's his name?
Ralph
What's his
Macchio.
name? Ralph Macchio. And William Zabka. I want them to watch that. And I don't know if that's the nostalgia for me. And I don't want to let go.
No, but because we talked about this in the Cobra Kai versus Karate Kid, thing that if you don't do the remake, if you do it something spin-off like they did with
Correct.
Cobra Kai,
Yes.
and put it your own unique, your new take to it, bring it to modern world, because my kids love Cobra Kai. So that's the way you got to do it.
Take note, Will Smith et al.
That's it for today.
The end. Bye.